but I stumbled across this and I thought it just sounds like very reminiscent of like Minecraft. What do you call it? What's that other one? The Nintendo game, Zelda, that kind of thing. And I just thought, you know, maybe it will make it a little bit better in it. I don't know. If anything, change is as good as a rest, so they tell me. But it's nice to have you all in here. I really appreciate you turning up. I genuinely do. Right, so I'm kicking my own backside today because all I want to do is do nothing. And that, in my opinion, is not an option. My drift playlist isn't bad. It's Asian vibes. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, it's just difficult to find a lot of DMCA free music. You know, because I tried something new this morning, which I'm going to be trying on most days now. I'm going to get up and I'm going to listen to some music. And I'm going to see whether or not that will actually change my mood. You know, so I tried listening to a few different genres of music just now for about half an hour or so, like heavy metal and some Queen and just all kinds, lots on Spotify. Yeah, the problem is I haven't really spent a lot of time going through it. I spent a little bit of time the other day. I don't understand why my light keeps doing that, but there we go. The other day I spent a little bit of time going through Spotify and I found this, and it didn't actually seem so bad, like to play the whole thing through. Heavy Tactical Big Ambient is the best. Okay. Ambient is the best. All right, well, if anybody knows of the good places or recommendations, please put it in the Discord so I can take a look, because you know I've got a brain like a sieve. Risk of Rain 2 is the best soundtrack. I've never played that. My mates turned around and said to me that I should give it a go. I've never played it. Risk of Rain 1 or 2. Where's my tissue gone? It's in the ambient category. I don't know if that's sound glitches or if it's part of the actual soundtrack. So I'm hoping it's part of the track. Yeah, I just figured to come in here and do a bit of this. I did put up a bit of a post today in my Discord because, you know, I'm getting fed up with not being able to stream and being here and to not create videos and whatever else, and it's bugging me now because I want to. You don't understand this modern music. You know when you, yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm definitely old. It's like it amazes Jimmy like almost on a daily basis. He's like, "Oh, do you know so and so?" And I'm like, "No." How do you not know? Like everybody knows about this, and I'm like, "Well, clearly not everybody because I don't." He said, "Do you even have internet?" Like that's his usual comment to me, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I just figured a different pace of music and just try it. I don't want it to all be the same in here every time, like just the same old music going on repeat. Just change things up a little bit. So what you got planned then, Eric, for today? Anything exciting? Are you just trawling around to see what to do today, or have you got anything in mind? And Bradley, how are you? I know you said you're not feeling yourself today, but you haven't really said much else from there. You've either gone or you're lurking doing something else, which is fine. I just wanted you to know that I asked, in case you didn't hear me the first time. Probably playing the garden. It's about harvest season. So, okay. So what are you harvesting in your garden? It's something I really want to do. I would like to do the hydroponic gardening, you know, because I don't have a huge garden and because I can't bend and stuff. it's difficult for me to get down in the dirt to do it. And also my wife as well, because she's got rheumatoid arthritis, so she can't really do it. But I think those hydroponic gardens are a really good idea, because it means you don't have to dig soil and stuff, and you just have to either make, because you can make them out of just PVC parts, or you could just buy them and then like have some, not necessarily free food, but just food that you know what's in it. You know what I mean? And can you also tell me, please, somebody, is the background music too loud, or is it just right? Does it need to go up or down? I would appreciate that. What I'm hoping is that because these bits I'm doing here are quite big bits, we should be able to get visually a lot done before, you know, my back starts really hurting. Pumpkins, tomatoes, summer squash, cucumbers, 5 different kinds of peppercorn, peppers, corn, greens, onions, radish and potatoes. Nice! Sent one in the DMs. Thank you, buddy. Nice. I guess that you do, like, I hate to call this old school gardening, but that's kind of what it feels like now when you're digging in the dirt. I'm going to be doing a lot of research soon on this hydroponic stuff, because it seems to be a really good thing. Low maintenance as well, because they're always like submerged in water. You don't have to go out there and water them all the time. They just take the nutrients and stuff that they need. But I'm not sure if fish are always involved, because I know most of them rely on fish tanks and stuff. Also have a couple of ladies out there, bubblegum and purple. Nice. Are we bubblegum and purple? Are we talking about actual women now? Because you old dog, you, if you are. Nah, weeds are. Oh, right, gotcha. Yeah, that's the other thing that you don't get with hydroponic gardening. You don't get weeds. So it's like it just seems like an absolute amazing solution. At least it's my understanding you don't get weeds. I don't know 100%. And the setup is actually quite cheap, apparently. Plus, it's a good use of PVC. Right, there is a 10 down there, but do I want to do that now? Yeah, I could do that one now, because I'm not really going to put my hand in it, am I? Yeah, I've wanted to do like my own gardening and stuff, but unfortunately it's not really something that I can do, and I would have to rely on everybody else to do it. And I kind of rely on everybody to do a lot of stuff for me in my life, and it's a bit unreasonable for me to expect people to garden for me as well. You know what I mean? You can only grow shit in hydro that you plant. Weeds cannot grow because they aren't introduced, like in traditional gardening. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it just makes the whole process a lot easier. Less need for pesticides and all of that kind of stuff. It would be really nice to give it a go, I guess. Like I said, I'm going to do a little bit of research into it, because if it is as low maintenance as they kind of hint towards, might be a good idea. I have a 40 by 40 garden, and it's auto watering, real easy. I'm all organic. I make everything I use. That's cool. I love that. Uh, yeah, I love that. Do you use your produce specifically for you, or do you have enough left over for sale or for family or for neighbours and stuff? What have I done there? I was doing this bit. Why am I... I've gone over a number there, and I don't think that was the number I was meant to go over. Which means I've avoided it for this long, but I'm going to have to get my cheat sheet out, I think, unless I can just rub that off. Just to see what the number was. It's 13. Yeah, it was. Okay, so it's the 13. I did go over the wrong one. That was me completely not concentrating on what I'm doing, as usual. There we go. I don't know. 13's a lighter blue, so we should be able to get away with it. I'm all organic. I make everything I use. I sell a couple of restaurants. Oh, really? Oh, excellent news. Well done. That's cool. Do you think you would ever try the hydroponic way? I'm just curious. I know I keep mentioning it. It's like my latest thing that I'm interested in. That's all. Because to me, it doesn't seem like it has any drawbacks. And then that. There, right, okay, I managed to get over my little mistake. Which I'm happy about. 8. Yeah. Well, it depends. I'll probably lean to the fish tank method. Yeah, I mean, I love fish. I do. I used to have fish tanks, and then unfortunately, like I keep saying, I wasn't able to look after them, clean them out. You know, like the 2 or 3 monthly clean out where you wash the stones and stuff. I couldn't do that, so I had to get rid of my fish, unfortunately. But yeah, I suppose you could get some really easy fit. Oh,
hey, thank you for the raid. Everybody, act like we know what we're doing here.
Hamster Damage, how you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. I genuinely appreciate that. That's very nice of you to do that. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I hope you just enjoyed the obviously awesome stream that you just watched. Let me give you a shout out. There you go, buddy. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Most hydro fair is a gimmick. Oh, is it really? Like I said, I don't know a lot about it. But welcome in, Raiders. For those of you who don't know me, I'm MarkBuddy143. Oh, thank you. I'm trying. I'm getting there, slowly but surely. I'm a variety streamer when I can, because I'm having some issues right now with health. But I do all kinds of things. I play games. I paint, obviously. I sit and talk crap a lot. And that kind of thing. Oh, give me a second here, everyone. I've just had a telephone call, and I don't know who it is, so give me a sec. Thank you. Hello? Well, that was the phone call I've been waiting for. Not necessarily the full phone call I was waiting for, but it's the phone call I was waiting for because that was my doctor's surgery booking the appointment to discuss test results. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know whether I feel excited. The fact that I don't remember what number this was. I don't know whether I feel excited the fact that there's test results and the doctor needs to talk to me, or it's like, oh god, the doctor's got test results and he needs to talk to me. If I had one of these paint by numbers, I would switch up the colours to be completely random and see how it turns out. Do you know what? I've been thinking about that for a while now, because I guess you probably, I don't know if you ever see the one I did for my other granddaughter, for Charlie. So she has autism, right? And she absolutely loves dinosaurs. If you did want to see it, you can check out my YouTube channel. On there I've got the dinosaur painting that I did for her, and it's all brightly coloured. And I looked at it when I got it, because that was the one that she wanted. I looked at it when I got it, and it was like, oh god, this is going to be horrible. Do you know what? Honestly, when I finished it, it was one of the best paintings I think I've done so far. I just loved the colours on it. It was amazing. And I'm not that kind of person to be into colours and stuff. But yeah, she absolutely loved it. She had a big tear in her. I want to give it to her. But yeah, I don't know. I do these paint by numbers purely because I suffer with like anxiety and depression and panic attacks and stuff, right? Which is why I put that a lot in my bio. And what have you. And when I'm having a really bad day, this usually helps a lot to take my mind off of it. And what's really nice is that I also get to do something else. I get to force myself to interact with the world when I stream it. It helps the fact that I absolutely love streaming, and I love talking to people and just talking in general, right? But it also helps with the confidence side of things. You know, some of my streams are a bit of a downer. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't say that I'm like, 100% energy all the time, because I feel like most people, when they suffer with mental health stuff, they keep it quiet to themselves because they're either embarrassed about it or they're worried about what people are going to think and whatever. And me, I kind of want to be the type of person that's like, yeah, I'm having a bad day. I do feel really down today, and this is how I'm feeling, and this is what I'm going to try and do to try and push myself out of it and give a little bit of help. I live in the woods. I don't think I talk to anyone in a month. Wow. Yeah, that's that's a long time, buddy. But yeah, I do what I can, and I enjoy it. I really do. I too have panic attacks, and I've been able to manage and recognise the moment they're about to kick in. I've got to a point now. I was on some tablets a while ago called metazapine tablets, right? And that's not a 9, is it? That's a 6. I was about to do that wrong then. And I was put on them for around about 6 years, 5-6 years. And when I started taking them, they didn't really do anything to help with the panic attacks and stuff. I wasn't able to sleep. I was in a real bad way. And I kept on saying to them that I think that these tablets are wrong. And then what was happening is that not only was I not getting any better or feeling any better, I was feeling a lot worse. And then I was starting to recluse myself to my bedroom, of where I spent, and I exaggerate not when I say this, I spent 6 years in my bedroom alone. I couldn't see my grandkids. I couldn't sit with my kids. The only person I could stand to have around me and needed around me was my wife. Shocking, the system works really well. So like plashing your face with cold water or running cold shower on your head. Snow works too. Hydrate that way and make sure that you eat something. Yeah, the whole cold water thing, that was kind of a bit of a life changer for me. I tell you another one that works as well when you're having a panic attack. Eat something incredibly sour, like those sour sweets. Panic attacks are mostly triggered by your body. Well, this is the other problem I've got. I've got a gallstone that needs to be removed, and I now have, and that's why I was saying about the doctors just phoning. I just had to have an emergency CT scan, and I've been waiting for the results from that. And it's funny, you know, I rang the doctors this morning asking if they had any test results back, and they hadn't. And then, less than an hour later, the surgery's calling me now and saying that the doctor needs to talk to me. So I'm kind of hoping if that one important thing is to control your breathing. Yes. Yeah, I usually do the 4-4-4s. And I'm guessing you know what that is because you seem to be quite knowledgeable on this. And then the other one to really, really turn on or turn off your turn on your parasympathetic system is when you breathe out of your mouth is to close to a whistle as much as possible without making a whistling noise to restrict the flow somewhat to really engage the parasympathetic nerve. It's kind of amazing, like, since I've suffered with this, I'm 35 and I've been dealing with this since I was a kid. I'm 48 and I didn't realise that I'd been suffering with panic attacks since I was 14. I've been suffering with huge dizziness to the point of where I couldn't get up, you know, feeling sick and whatever. And like all kinds of stuff, which all was panic attacks, and I had no idea. Not to go too deep into it, but I had a pretty traumatic childhood. Yep, it creates deeper, more relaxed breathing patterns so you don't hyperventilate. Yeah. But what's funny is in this country, and are you from this country? I'm from the UK. Because if you're not, right, the medical system over here and the mental health system is so woefully underfunded, and we have a lot of nurses and doctors who still believe in the just cheer up, I'll take this tablet and go away. And then when you get to see the nurses, you're in Canada, eh? Oh, okay, cool. When you get to see nurses over here, all they are pretty much, and I say pretty much because it's not all of them, because I obviously haven't seen all of them, but all they are is just cheerleaders to get you out of the bed. And I said to them, like, I don't need you to cheerlead me to get out of this bed. I'm not depressed. I'm not laying here because I want to lay here. I'm laying here because I have no choice, because I can't stand up because I'm far too tired, I'm far too dizzy, and I'm far too weak. So, cut a long story short, I had to fight for 3 years to actually get to see a psychiatrist. I think it's a psychiatrist. And the psychiatrist walked into my bedroom where I had a massive panic attack in front of him. And then I started to do my breathing exercises, right? And he looked at the two nurses who were looking at him as if to say, oh, see what we've been dealing with, right? And he whispered, and I'll never forget this until the day I die. He whispered and he turned around and he said, this man is suffering. And then he turned around and said, you know what he's doing? And the nurses kind of looked at him a little bit like as if to say, well, yeah, he's breathing. And he turned around and he said, he's breathing to activate his parasympathetic nerve. This man has done a lot of research into this and he needs help. And honestly, and then he whispered that to them because he didn't think I could hear him, because I was in a state, I was in tears, I was hysterical, it was terrible. Whilst he was there, he wrote a prescription out, took me off of the mirtazapine tablets and put me on escitalopram ones. And I'm happy to report that at least a month after he did that, I was able to start to be around my grandkids. And I was able to start to string, which I decided to do because, 6 years of being on your own in the bedroom, not talking to anybody because you can't. I obviously lost a lot of people skills. I lost a lot of confidence. And I'm a very confident person, as you can probably gather, to be honest. And I had to relearn how to do all of that. And now, unfortunately, recently, because I've got a gallstone, I've now contracted what I believe is a liver problem, which I don't actually know what it is. And I feel terrible. Like, I'm tired all the time. I can't eat. My hair is starting to fall out in like bundles. I don't sleep very well. Then I do sleep very well. You know, I have no consistency in my life. And it stopped me from coming in and being able to stream a lot. It's funny because this morning I actually just put up a post on my YouTube and in my stream to just apologise to everybody. And I know I don't have to apologise. You know, I stream when I want because, you know, I enjoy doing it. But I also know there's a lot of people out there that enjoy watching me. There's a lot of people that bloody don't, you know. And I always feel like I'm letting them down because I can't do it. And I just like to let them know that, you know, I'm not one of these overnight people. I do genuinely enjoy what I do. I wish I could be in here a lot more often. And yeah, that's it basically. Wow, I bet you didn't think when you raided me he was going to get my entire life story in one hit. It's funny, you know, but I didn't actually feel particularly well before I started this stream. I was really trying to press the go live button because today hasn't been a particularly good day. Yesterday was even worse. I couldn't do anything. It's always nice finding different ways to connect with people and more personal level. Yeah, absolutely. You know, like I've been told by loads of streaming friends that I've got. They say to me, "Oh, don't tell about yourself. Don't give too much of yourself away because you'll regret it one day." And it's like, I'm 48-year-old granddad. What the bloody hell is anybody going to do to me? And I want people to know me. I don't want to be the streamer that's just there that has 60,000 views and knows probably, 100 people if he's lucky, and ignores the chat of all of the people and just talks his own agenda stuff. I want to talk to people that I know. I want to get to know people. I love people and I'm interested in them. I think I followed you through Fob or Longer at some point. Oh, it's so nice of you, honestly. I really do appreciate it. And you know what? I try to raid everybody I can, even if I don't have a what do you call it counter? Was it a view counter? I can't. The one that tells you how many people are in your chat at any one time. I never have it switched on. And does those names ring a bell? Luna does. Yeah, and Fob, actually. Luna was lovely. Oh, that's really nice of you to raid me, though. And I'm pretty sure, but if I haven't, I'm about to now. I haven't. There you go. I've followed you. And I'm going to add you to my raid list as well. So do those names? Yeah. What was it? I'm going to add you to my raid list because I try and raid as many people as I can when I'm finished, regardless of whether I've got 2 people, 5, 6, 10, whatever. You know, I don't know how many are in here, but I just feel like that us smaller streamers, and like I said, I have no idea if you're a smaller streamer or not. For all I know, you might be huge. But I believe that we need to stick together and help each other out. You know, there's enough people out there for all of us. And, you know, raiding doesn't mean that you're going to lose somebody. You know, the way I look at it is if you're going to lose somebody, you're not huge. Well, you should be.